The world didn't expect the night to unfold like this. A ticket, just a ticket, turning into the most impossible treasure in the baseball universe. And it all began the moment one name appeared on the lineup card, Shohei Ohtani. People say prices rise when demand increases. But this wasn't economics. This was a phenomenon, an eruption, a once-in-a-lifetime surge fueled by hope, obsession, and a desperation to witness something historic. Outside the stadium, long before sunrise, people were already lining up, wrapped in blankets, clutching thermoses, whispering the same name with a mixture of awe and disbelief: Ohtani. 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 As the news broke that he would suit up for WBC, the internet didn't just react, it detonated. Ticket sites crashed. Fan forums lit up like wildfire. And the resale market shifted into something no one had seen before. 7,000 yen outfield seats, simple, everyday seats meant for the casual fan, suddenly soared to 98,000. A tenfold explosion that left people staring at their screens, blinking, as if the numbers were some kind of glitch. But it wasn't a glitch. It was the price of witnessing a miracle. Inside cafes and train stations, strangers were huddled over phones, gasping, laughing in disbelief, or slumping back in defeat. Some joked about selling their furniture. Some seriously considered it. Some already had. In the heart of Tokyo, a father stared at the screen with trembling hands, the outfield price flashing like a dare. He knew his son had been waiting for this moment for years, the chance to see Ohtani in a global tournament. Not on a screen. Not through highlights. In real life. Breathing the same air. 200 meters away, a college student refreshed the page again and again, praying for a miracle as numbers climbed higher than his rent. He didn't care. He'd already decided. This wasn't just a game. It was history disguised as 9 innings. And then there were the infield seats. 29,800 yen. A number so surreal it stopped conversations mid-sentence. Even people who had seen decades of sold-out games, playoff chaos, and championship fever stood stunned. It was as if the moment Ohtani stepped onto the world stage again, time itself had assigned a new value to being there. Everywhere, the same question echoed. How much would you pay to see greatness with your own eyes? Scalpers didn't even pretend to hide their shock. Listings doubled in minutes, tripled in hours. And still, tickets vanished the moment they appeared. Some paid without hesitation. Some hesitated until it was too late. Some pressed the button while their hearts hammered like they were stealing something sacred. Meanwhile, inside Japan's baseball community, emotion ran deeper than the numbers. Mothers told stories of watching Ohtani as a high school phenom. Grandfathers remembered the legends of old and said this felt different. Like destiny was gathering itself, preparing for something unforgettable. In online chat rooms, people posted screenshots of prices rising by the second. Friends sent panicked messages to group chats. Should I buy now? Should I wait? It just jumped again, what do I do? And underneath the frenzy was something more powerful than money. It was longing. Longing to witness a player who didn't just break records, he erased the limits that created them. Someone who carried an entire nation's dreams on his back and still found a way to smile. Someone who made people believe that impossibility was just another challenge waiting to be conquered. Day turned into night. Night blurred back into morning. And still, thousands stayed glued to screens, calling it madness, holy madness, beautiful madness. Videos circulated of fans crying after finally getting a ticket confirmation email. Some recorded themselves jumping in circles. Others collapsed into chairs, overwhelmed, not because of the price, but because of the relief. And in homes across Japan, families planned their journeys. What to wear, when to leave, where to stand for the anthem. How it might feel when Ohtani stepped out of the dugout and the stadium erupted like a living heartbeat. In that anticipation, something rare was born: unity. For a moment, every fan, young, old, rich, struggling, hopeful, heartbroken, shared the same emotion. A collective pulse of excitement so strong, it vibrated through the nation like a drumbeat. Because this wasn't just Ohtani playing baseball. It was Ohtani returning to the global stage. It was baseball returning to magic. It was the WBC becoming something bigger than a tournament, something almost mythic. And deep down, everyone knew the truth. People weren't paying 30,000 yen for a seat. They were paying for a moment they would carry for the rest of their lives. The moment the crowd roars. The moment the anthem ends. The moment Ohtani steps up, tips his helmet, and stares down the pitcher with the calm of a man who was born for this. In that second, money won't matter. Prices won't matter. Nothing will matter except being there. Being part of a story that future generations will ask about. Were you there the night Ohtani played in the WBC? Some will nod. Some will smile. Some will tell the truth. It cost more than I could afford. But I'd do it again. Because stadium seats don't hold fans. They hold memories. And this game, this moment, this wild explosion of price and passion, will live far beyond the numbers that shock the world. As the night finally settles, and the tickets all vanish into the hands of the chosen few, one truth rises above everything. Shohei Ohtani doesn't just play the game. He transforms it. And for those lucky enough to be there, no matter what they paid, the story will echo for a lifetime. A story not of money, but of magic. A moment not purchased, but earned by dreamers bold enough to reach for it. And when Ohtani steps onto that field, under those lights, before that roaring sea of believers, every yen paid, every hour waited, every breath held, will make sense. Because some moments aren't expensive. They're priceless.